Hi, Jonathan Charles Fox here at Camp Fox in Norma Desmond's Catskills Retreat sitting room. And it's been a while, and I thought I'd say hi. It's April 1st, which of course is April Fool's Day. I'm not a big fan of April Fools. Oh, I better do housekeeping first, right? Alexa, set the timer for 8.5 minutes.
8 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now.
I guess I should have said 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's April Fools. I don't like April Fools pranks, jokes. I've never been. I don't like being surprised. There's a lot of things I don't like. We don't have time to talk about that. But what I do like is my lighting. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. And I like Dharma the Wonder Dog. She's right over there. I tried to get her to jump up on my lap, but what Dharma doesn't want to do, Dharma doesn't want to do. So just to get right to brass tacks, you all were so enthusiastic about the segment before last, What's in Dharma's Junk Drawer, that we decided to look in something else that we have no idea the contents of. And it's this. I came across this bag. Spring cleaning is happening against Jamie Schleifer's wishes. I'm going to read what's on it. I can't really, you know, the eye. It says City of a Thousand Oaks. City of Thousand Oaks. City of Thousand Oaks. It says it 3 times. California. Make Earth Day every day. Insulated lunch bag type thermal thingy that I guess you could carry like a little purse if you wanted to. I suppose over your shoulder would be more accurate. I found it jammed underneath a cupboard space in my bedroom, which makes me a little nervous about the contents. And marijuana was legalized in the state of New York, recreational use. I think yesterday it went into law, and I was a little concerned, not knowing what's in here, about what might be in here. But I checked, and apparently you can talk about marijuana, not that I have any need to, on YouTube. So I'm going to open it up, and we're going to do what we did last time because it was highly successful, and hopefully nothing will bite me. We're going to reach in and see what we can find. I can't identify this shape at all, so we'll pull it out. Oh, you know what? It's one of those lifetime forever flashlights that you just, you do this and it gives power to it, except I haven't opened this bag in more than 15 years and apparently it's not given any power to it, so thank you very much, Earth Day. I was trying to save the planet when I got that, apparently. There's something else in here. Oh, it's a little like a contact lens box. If my contact lenses are in there from, I don't know, decades ago, it's probably not doing anybody any good. Oh, look. Ooh. Well, they made marijuana legal 2 days ago, right? This looks like something one would use with, it's kind of cute. Marijuana, I've heard, I don't know. It looks like it has been used by whoever was near this weird bag from Thousand Oaks, California, Earth Day, 1902, I guess. So we're reaching in. Let's see what we come up with. Oh, look at this. Little army man. The Army Men were absolutely my favorite characters in Toy Story. Loved the Army Men, played with Army Men. I'd still consider playing with Army Men under the right circumstances, I suppose. Here's something else in here. Oh, it's, wow, man. It's a little tea light of the August moon kind of, oh, you can see how old the stuff in this bag is. Yeah, Jonathan, it's a good thing you're doing spring cleaning. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a bungee. Cannot have enough bungees, and a hairband. You must all be at home saying, God, this guy is just gross. I find it fascinating. You call it gross. I don't know what this is. I don't know. A red rag of some sort. I don't know. What's this? Oh, it's a fine manicure scissors. Cause fine manicure scissors. I don't do manicures. Again, haven't opened the bag in 15 years. Perhaps there was something I was cutting up at some point that had something else to do with marijuana being legalized. I don't know. Oh, my God. Here it is. So Jamie Schleifer will be very happy. I don't know how much time I have, so I'm going to stop on this for a moment. Because I went to Alaska with a couple of other friends, several other friends, years and years ago. And one of the other friends said, do you think we could sneak some pot on the cruise to Alaska? I won't say what cruise line it was, but it rhymes with RSVP. And I said, I am up to that challenge. So we got some pot together because we were going on this big vacation, cruising up Prince William Sound. It was a wildlife adventure cruise. It was just phenomenal. And being as clever as I am, as we all know by now, I decided to break up the pipe, which this is not, into 1,000,000 pieces. This was made out of metal. We were going to have to go through metal detectors, and I was very careful. I put, one piece of metal in one bag and another piece of metal in one of the other guys' bags, and then I made a whole legend about where all the pieces would be. So once we got on the ship, I could put it all back together, very Mission Impossible-esque, and we'd have a, pipe to smoke, let's say, tobacco in while we were on our cruise through Prince William Sound. And we went to Anchorage, we went to Sitka, we went to, I think we had 7 stops. We went to the Hubbard Glacier. It was just incredible. But the problem was, once we got on board, and me with my brilliant legend, did I lose the legend? I couldn't find all of the parts to put this pipe back together again. So I was not happy. Somebody was not happy, allegedly, I remember. And I said, well, when we get to a port o' call, we'll go look for a head shop. There's bound to be a head shop somewhere in Alaska. What else are people going to do in Alaska other than smoke pot? And this was, more than 20 years ago. So we get off the boat, I stop somebody immediately and say, where's the head shop? So he tells me around the corner, up the road, blah, 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 and off I go to find a replacement pipe for the marijuana that we were not going to legally at that time partake of on our trip to Alaska to see totem poles. I went to see the cabin where James Michener lived and wrote the book Alaska. We went salmon spearing. We did all this incredibly great outdoorsy, manly stuff. I did, anyhow. Some of them just stayed behind and drank a lot at the bar. I had no bar bill at the end of the day because, So, anyhow, I go to the head shop and I say to the guy behind the counter, who is a total stoner, I said, look, this is my situation. I'm on a cruise. They have metal detectors. Do you have wooden pipes? Do you have this? Do you have that? And he, reaches down under the counter and he pulls this out, this little tiny pipe. He says, it's got a wood handle, dude, and you can just kind of take this apart and this apart, put this in your shoe before you get back on. It won't really read us anything, dude. You know what I mean, dude? And I said, I do know what you mean. It's a little tiny. I can palm it. I could maybe have it on the deck should I want to do something illegal like that, which I can't imagine me wanting to do. So I decided to purchase the pipe. I'm so glad I found this. This is really, really reminiscent of those fine times. So I took his advice. I took everything apart. So before I paid for my pipe, the guy looks at me. He says, it's really small, dude. I said, yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you got a lighter, oh, look, I have one handy to demonstrate. Do this, and you kind of got it, it's really tiny. And he looks at me and says, dude, don't burn your nose, dude. And I looked at him and said, I will do my very best to not burn my nose. And I told that story as I used this pipe throughout all of California, where it's now legal and perfectly okay to smoke marijuana recreationally, as it is here in New York, where I'm telling you this story. Not that I ever would, but if I wanted to, I could. And apparently I could do it with a 30-year-old pipe from Anchorage, Alaska. Dude, don't burn your nose. And we laughed and laughed and laughed about it. And then one day I picked it up. This is why it's in this bag. I put something in there. I got my lighter out, and I went, ow! And dude, I burned my nose. And I tossed it aside, apparently into this bag from Thousand Oaks, California, insulated Earth Day bag of fun. And that's where it's been all this time. And now I've just rediscovered it. Alexa's telling us our time is up. That's remarkable. Good timing. I don't know what else is in here. We'll probably never find out. Yes, I'll clean it. Maybe I'll donate the bag. Maybe I'll keep it as a time machine and bury it in the backyard here at Camp Fox. It's been nice seeing you, and, keeping forevermore, you will always remember this. Dude, don't burn your nose.